very assured. They had to soak up a lot of pressure for Portugal in game one before Francisco Conceição scored a winner in the 92nd minute before 1-1 draw against Georgia in their second match. A frustrating result for them. Found themselves down in the first half of that particular contest. Mikadzate's penalty late on in the first half. Also did have a goal disallowed for Patrick Schick, got on the scoreline for the Czech Republic. Remember, there is one other game taking place this evening between Georgia and Portugal. We'll give you updates on that one as the evening goes along. And as a matter of fact, I can tell you in the opening couple of minutes, Victor Kvaratskhelia has scored for Georgia against Portugal. Meanwhile here, the Czechs the attack on the left-hand side towards the edge of the penalty area. Hlodek plays it back into the path of Barak towards the edge of the D. Effort takes the deflection, parried away by Guduk in the Turkey goal. It was Lucas Provod who scored against Portugal in the 2-1 defeat, who had the effort towards the edge of the area, struck it well for the laces of his left foot, took a deflection for them, being paid away by Guduk. It's going to be a corner to the Czechs on the right-hand side. It's going to be swung in on the right boot of Vladimir Kufal in towards the penalty spot, where it's flicked away by the first man for Turkey. He's going to come back out for Jurasec, who crosses the ball in, right-footed towards the back post. A comfortable take for Guduk in the Turkish goal. 2.5 minutes gone. Czechia 0, Turkey 0. The ball released quickly and forward in towards the path of Barış Yilmaz, who's occupying the role of sole striker this evening for Turkey. Knocked out in the end by Thomas Hollers on the right-hand side. Turkey will throw down their left, 10 yards inside the Czechia half. Now that goal for Georgia means that Portugal will be on 6, Turkey will be on 4, Georgia will be on 4, Czechia will be on 2. Now that game also available elsewhere on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service this evening. Georgia's Mika Suede playing a pass in the feet of Kvaratskhelia, actually getting the goal on our footage. It's a lovely ball through and a really good finish on the side of his left foot in towards the bottom right-hand corner. That game taking place in Schalke, and also available elsewhere this evening on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Demiral gives away a free kick 10 yards inside his own half. It's going to be taken on the right-hand side from the Czech Republic. It's going to be taken by Kufal on the halfway. 3.5 minutes gone. Czechia 0, Turkey 0 on the Score Live audio commentary service. Well, Czech Republic, the only opponents Turkey have won multiple Euros matches against. It was the most famous game in Turkey's history en route to their Euro 2008 semi-final, the most famous of their meetings. Turkey coming back from 2-0 down with 15 minutes to go in their final group game against the Czechs to earn a dramatic 3-2 victory. Actually, they're following a similar pattern because Portugal are also in the same group. Arda Turan scoring the first for Karachi with goals in the 87th and 89th minute, turning that game around. Turkey would then go on to make it into the semi-finals of that particular tournament. Their best one at any major tournament. The Czechs, they were runners up in their first appearance as independent nations. The ball falls towards Arda Güler towards the edge of the area, 25 yards out century. He's swung out in towards the path of Yildiz inside the penalty area, cuts inside. Now back in towards the possession of Kaladoglu. Now to Güler, left hand side, edge of the penalty area, steps inside and looking to get the better Kufal, slips it through towards the near post, slipped by Kalanoglu. And that slip's going to see the ball go out of play for a kick to the Czech Republic. In the end, it was Robin Hranak who was able to put him off stride somewhat. Just having a look at the Czech chance. Just a good strike, parried away by Gunnar. Back into the 11 this evening, was nursing an injury. Wasn't expected to be back in time for this one, the injury he had. Maybe have a bit more work to do here because the Czechs move their way forward, but regathered by Turkey, who had possession in the middle of the Czechia half, out towards the far right-hand side where Mulder was looking to play it upfield. Goes out of play for a Turkey throw, which he'll take on that right flank towards Akayidin. Turn and play it back in towards the path of Gunnar in the Turkish goal. Just under 6 minutes gone here at the Volkspark Stadion in Schalke. 0-0 between Czechia and Turkey. Ball goes out towards Arda Güler, right hand side. Had two Czech players up against it. One back eventually by Jurasek on the left hand side. Driving towards the penalty area. Cross went in. Going to find its way towards the possession of Mojmir Šitik. Now Turkey with its left hand side in the possession of Kadioglu. Driving now towards the edge of the penalty area, goes out towards Yildiz on the left hand side. Two Czech defenders up against him, enters the penalty area, looks to get a crossing on goal on its right foot, takes a deflection in the end off of Ladislav Krečki, and it's going to be a corner to Turkey on this left hand side. 6.5 minutes in Group F. It's Czechia 0, Turkey 0, and Turkey with an early opportunity from the set piece. It's going to be swung in by Hakan Çalhanoğlu on the left hand side as they attack. Everybody from a Turkish attacking sense converge towards the penalty spot. It's going to be a right footed delivery on the left hand side by Çalhanoğlu. He's got the option of Arda Güler short, and that's what it looks like the plan's going to be. Or Güler's just trying to get some instructions from his captain, or he wants to tell him what he wants done with the corner. Either way, it's swung in towards the back post on his right foot, flicked away by Tomáš Souček, and it's going to comfortably in the end go into the arms of Jindřich Stanic in the Czech Republic goal. Stanic, who is making just his 13th appearance for his country this evening, representative of Slavia Prague. 16 of the 26-man Czechia squad actually play their football domestically. There was question marks, particularly from a domestic sense, as to how get on in this tournament without being a factor. Well, they've acquitted themselves well enough to put themselves in a convincing position going into their final game. Turkey with the ball on the left hand side as they move forward, still inside their own half, goes out toward Mulder, who now drives forward, goes out towards Ismail Yüksek. Now back into Mulder's path again. Halfway it goes again. Turkey with possession on the right hand side, flipped out, looking to find Yilmaz, who has possession on the right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area, put under pressure by Krečki. In the end manages to get the ball away. Czechia managed just to keep it in play on that left hand side, recovered though on the halfway by Mulder for Turkey. Play along and in towards possession of Kadioglu in the middle of the park. Turkey just happy to play it around halfway line at this present moment in time. They're doing what they did in that game against Portugal in their first match. They're just happy just to sit off and soak up a little bit of pressure, and then when they get an opportunity to goal, it can pay dividends. They've had to do so. Imagine all three of the games they played, because Georgia had some good spells in their game on Saturday. This is Kadioglu driving down the left hand side, around about 15 yards inside the Czechia half, goes out in towards the possession of Yildiz, left hand side edge of the box, to thread it through into the path of Çalhanoğlu. It's cleared away before finding him. It's been captured in the end by Ismail Yüksek. Czechia regathering the ball and go out towards Krečki, who in turn will release it back to his goalkeeper Stanic. Now Hašek inside his own penalty area in possession for the Czech Republic. Looking up, assessing his options, and he'll play it out towards Tomáš Holec, who is one of 4 players in this Czech starting 11 who are a yellow card away from suspension in the last 16 if they were to make it through tonight. Turkey have 2 players, Samet Akayiddin and Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who are a yellow card away from suspension. They've already had a player suspended for multiple yellow cards in this competition. Bardaki suspended for tonight's game because of multiple yellow cards. The Galatasaray centre-back. There's Turkey in possession on the halfway on the right-hand side, around about 5 yards from the edge of the Czechia. Now entering opposition territory with Freddy Kadioglu. Now back into the path of Mert Gunaku. So it's just outside of his penalty area, releases it out towards the left-hand flank, finds Kadioglu, who now turns his way past Anthony Barak, but Barak impeding him illegally in the eyes of the referee, who is Istvan Kovacs of Romania. FIFA Assistant referee since 2018, and his first major job of the evening is to give Antonin Baraking in a yellow card for that foul on Radin Kadioglu. 11 minutes goal. Turkey, the Flash score live audio commentary service. Well, he's one of the few players in this Czechia 11 who could have afforded a yellow card this evening without suspension if they were to make it through to the last 16. If they are to win tonight, they will automatically make their way through there. If not, then it could be a difficult process there on in. Now, it is Turkey with possession though on the halfway towards the possession of Yildiz, who loses out towards the path of Provod now. Had 3 white shirts up in front of him, manages to release it out to Kufal on the right hand side, who looks chip his way forward and past Kadioglu, who gets in touch, sees that a play for a quick throw in towards the edge of the penalty area. It goes from Kufal on the right hand side, managed to be cleared by Turkey eventually, flicked on by Provod, pinball around the middle of the Turkish half in the centre possession right now. But Turkey do manage to eventually come away with it. Yildiz being forced towards the middle of his own half. This is Kadioglu towards the edge of his penalty area, who decides the best route forward is to head back to Gunnar between the sticks, who will quickly release it out towards the right hand side, in towards the possession of Merit Demiral. Does Yildiz out to his right, then to his left, sorry. Out to his right in the central defensive colleague Sevan Akiyedin, but driving for the middle. Turkey go now. This is Gula, may look up, he's going to have an effort at goal here from the left boot of the Real Madrid star, around about 30 yards out from goal. Decided the time was right for him to have an effort, struck it well through the laces but couldn't quite find his target area. It was an effort from distance, but it's an effort as well wide from distance. First real chance, well, the first chance that Turkey have had in this game in the 13th minute of the contest. Czechia 0, Turkey 0 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Gula, who has had a superb tournament, he's been the breakout star. Turkey now is subject to interest. Liverpool in the papers today reported to be keenly interested on bringing him in from Real Madrid over the course of the summer, being one of Arne Slot's big signings in his first season at Anfield. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of clubs that will be inquiring for his services, and I'm sure Real Madrid will not want to get rid of him. He is on a 6-year contract at the Bernabeu, so not in their intentions to let him go. Goes out of play for a throw into Czech Republic on the right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area. Merit Demiral looking the ball out of play after it's floated forward on the right flank. Kufal takes the throw short in towards the possession of Barak. Cross goes in by Holez towards the penalty spot, cleared away, but it's going to be recovered. It's a driving effort from around about 40 yards out from David Jurasek. The ball just fell loose to him and he decided to have a go first time on his left foot. Unfortunately for him, it was a good strike, but it was straight into the arms of Mert Gunuk in the Turkish goal. 14.5 minutes play. Czechia 0, Turkey 0, and the Czechs again with another wave attack, ball towards the edge of the penalty, looking to be played out towards Barak. Kufa managed to play the ball in and then to the right hand side in towards the penalty spot where Barrett was looking for it again. Cleared away by Turkey in the end, and then a foul on Barış Yilmaz will bring a Turkey free kick on the right hand side, around about 25-30 yards from their own goal as the quarter of an hour mark passed. Turkey being backed by a big contingent. The Turkish population in Germany is the best part of 7 million, so perhaps it's not a surprise that they are and have been one of the best supported teams over the course of these championships so far. The noise that they made when they occupied the Yellow Wall for their game against Georgia was quite astounding. It was quite the sight. And Romania probably been two of the loudest support bases that we've seen at Euro 2024. still have work to do if they're going to make it through. The ball lofted over the top. Czechia possession, right hand side towards the edge of the box is Hašek up against Demiral. The ball's going to go out of play. Last touch coming off the Turkish man. It's going to be a Czech corner on the right hand side. It's going to be Kufal to take. In fact, it's just gone out for a throw. It's going to be Kufal though to take. It is a long throw in towards the penalty spot. It's flicked on. It's loose at the back stick. It's flicked on and flicked over the bar by Robin Hašek, who rose the highest of everyone. The initial flick on from the throw by Kufal was left loose, and effectively the Czechs are 3-on-2 towards the second ball. It was Hašek who rose higher than anybody else, but he could only get to the ball with the top of his head. Couldn't quite glance it down. Tried to flick it up towards the top left-hand post, but over the bar it goes. Now Turkey look to move down this right-hand side in towards the bar for Yilmaz, who got the ball on the overlap. Got the onrushing Robin Hašek for company. Playing back about 10-15 yards. Turkey now with it on the halfway with Özkan. Goes out towards Kadioglu. Has it again, 10 yards inside opposition territory. Goes back in towards the possession of Merit Demiral. Flicked up from the left-hand side and moved out towards the right-hand flank it goes. Slowly building play up Censo Montella's side. Now this is Yildiz. Goes out in towards the path of Mert Müller on the right-hand side. 5 yards inside the Czechia half. Gula was looking to get himself involved in proceedings. And towards the halfway and towards Yedin. Özkan is out towards Müller on the right-hand side. Has it again on the halfway. This is Yedin who played across towards Demiral. Still inside its own half, the middle of it. Just towards Yedin once more. This is Demiral. Short through the middle. The Czech now begin to press. The ball will go back to Gunnar, the Turkish goal as a result of that. Flicked over the top in towards the Czech half, where it's retrieved 5 yards from the edge of it by the team in red. Will go all the way back towards Stanic in the Czechia goal. Well, as I mentioned, they need a win tonight to guarantee a top 2 spot. And they're going to do about their talisman Patrick Schick, not named in the starting 11. He's actually scored 6 of the Czech Republic's last 8 goals at a European Championship. Finished joint top scorer in the last tournament. He missed out on the Golden Boot because Cristiano Ronaldo had provided more assists for Portugal as the Czechs had to play out from the back, and they find themselves in danger. Losing out in possession was Tomas Souček, but he manages to recover the situation. But it's won back again by Turkey. Yilmaz, right-hand side, cross goes in towards the corner flag, looking to find Gula into the penalty area, but the Czechs managed to break. It's Barak who lays it out towards the possession of Kufal. Forward to Barak again on the halfway. He's got 2 out on his right, but had 2 Turkish defenders up against him. Turkey win the ball back, and there's a foul by Robin Hašek. Initially play went on, following a foul by Barak, who's been given a second yellow card for that foul on the halfway line. And so Antonin Barak's evening has come to a very premature end, and the Czech Republic down to 10 men 20 minutes into this contest. Tomas Souček, the Czech captain, is having a conversation with the referee Istvan Kovac to say that it wasn't a second yellow card offence. But regardless, Antonin Barak's evening is going to come to an end. Caught Salih Özkan on the halfway. Puts his left stud into the right stud of Salih Özkan. The Czech Republic manager Ivan Hašek has his arms outstretched and his blazing shirt. How he's wearing that in this weather, I don't know. But for Antonin Barak, he is going to have to face an early shower. For the Czech Republic, they're going to have to rethink the game plan. Second red card of this year's European Championship. The only other One came in the first game of the group. Ryan Porteous for Scotland against Germany in that 5-1 defeat. Now the name of Antonin Barak will head that list as well of players to have been sent off in this year's tournament. Well, actually, the second foul was the one that was given for the free kick, because initially Van Kovac decided to play on. So Turkey will be started on the halfway, goes quickly out towards the right hand side, towards the path of Yilmaz, who steps infield, plays it back in towards the possession of Yüksek, now towards Kadioglu, 25 yards out in towards the possession of Yildiz. This is Yüksek, looks to play it in towards the back stick, where in the on-rushing run was Kenan Yildiz. 21 minutes gone, just under 22 minutes now played here towards the midway point of the first half. It's the Czech Republic 0, Turkey 0 here in Euro 2024. The final game from Group F in this competition. Final group game altogether in this year's competition. The last 16 will kick-start on Saturday, and we'll have every single game live for you on the Flash Score Live audio commentary services. The Czech Republic win themselves a free kick, fouled by Salih Ozkan. It's up against Lucas Provod, just handles the ball with his left hand. Free kick to the Czech Republic in a central position, around about 35 yards out from goal. Both Holles and Pofod over this for the Czechs. Looks like Pofod's the more likely of the two to take it, and he will swing it in right-footed towards the back post, flicked on towards the other side of the goal, and then falling loosely towards Franak, half cleared away by Turkey, but then it rebounds in towards the path of Thomas Šuček, who couldn't quite keep the ball in play, and the possession will end up being Turkey, courtesy of a goal kick, as the sweat drips from his red shirt. It's a very hot evening, 28 degrees it was calculated at kick-off. Temperatures in Hamburg. Volk Park Stadion is the destination for this game this evening. Don't forget as well that just because the Euros has a couple of rest days doesn't mean we do. We've got a couple of live matches for you from the Copa America in the next couple of days. Into Panama against the United States tomorrow night from 11 o'clock with Joshua Edudonka. We'll then be back with you a couple of days later for Paraguay against Brazil. That's an early start, 2 o'clock on the 29th of June on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. And then we have Canada up against Chile and Argentina against Peru. Both of those games at 1 o'clock on the 30th of June. All those matches available from Copa America 2024 on Flash Scores. Turkey with their way forward, dig down towards the edge of the penalty area, and then fired back awkwardly towards the path of Jindřich Stanic in the Czech Republic goal. It was Kalanoglu who digged it down, actually handled the ball in the process. So free kick to the Czechs just outside Jindřich Stanic's penalty area. 24.5 minutes gone here at the Volkspark Stadion. It's the Czech Republic 0, Turkey 0 here in Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. This is Hašek in possession, out towards the left-hand side, 15 yards inside the Turkish half, rediscovered by Arda Güler, and Turkey happy to play it around the right-hand side in the middle of their own half. Nice bit of triangular passing play before then being fired out into the possession of Kadioglu. Forward it goes, out towards the left-hand side, towards the edge of the penalty area, where Kenan Yildiz was making a darting run towards the box but couldn't quite get possession. Cleared away only as far as Kadioglu, along and in towards the centre and in towards the possession of Salih Ozkan. Has possession 15 yards inside the Czechia half. Moves it out to the right hand side. Arda Güler around about 30 yards out from goal. Quick 1-2. The ball comes back in his path and they're out towards Yüksek. This is Kadioglu with two red shirts in front of him. Goes back in towards Yüksek again. Now Kadioglu once more. Yüksek is out towards the possession of Hašek on the half side. Now Kadioglu again towards the edge of the penalty area, left hand side. He has got the one of Yildiz who wants him. Plays it back into the path of Kadioglu, the Turkish skipper. This is Hašek towards the possession of Hašek. Now Kadioglu 30 yards out, looking to step infield from the left hand side. Play back about 5 yards and out towards Kadioglu, who has Yildiz, who's now looking to fire one into the penalty area from the left hand side. Zufal up against him, steps inside of him towards the near post, shoots on an acute angle on his left foot, takes a deflection, comes back out to him, and then fires it back to Kadioglu. Cross goes in towards the path of Adagula, who was looking to get a scissor kick off on his left foot. It was cleared away in the end. It's going to be a Turkish corner on the left hand side. Lovely ball fired in by Kadioglu in towards the path of Adagula, who had Anislav Krečki close by. Got to volley it in the air on his left boot, and he's going to take the corner for Turkey on the left hand side. He's going to swing it in on his left foot towards the penalty spot where it's flicked on, but flicked wide of target by Samet Akayidin. He was left attached at the near post as he made a run in from the penalty spot. Cannot glance his header goal bound. An opportunity that for Turkey, which they haven't been able to take advantage of. 27.5 minutes played. Czechia 0, Turkey 0. Minor, the other game in this group, Georgia lead Portugal by a goal to 0. I can tell you in that game, Cristiano Ronaldo has been yellow carded for unsportsmanlike conduct. Georgia take the minute courtesy of Kvaratskhelia goal in the second minute. You can listen to that game live elsewhere on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service this evening as Zufal moves his way forward for the Czechs on the right hand side, loses out. Again, the Czechs looking to press, but the ball's going to fire its way out to the right hand side, driving towards the halfway. He's out towards possession of Yilmaz, right hand side, cross goes in, fired in towards the near post, looking to find Kadioglu, but it goes straight into the arms of injured Stanic in the Czech Republic goal. It's had the feeling of a lot of puff, but not a lot of execution, this particular fixture. And unlike a lot of the games that we've seen in the final round of fixtures, where a lot of teams' fates have been sealed, or there's only been the need for a point to send each other through, this one does have a bearing on it, and realistically both sides could do with the win as the Czechs themselves a free kick. Demiral with the foul. In fact, it went the other way round. Demiral, who won the foul, it was one of those 50-50 ones. It looked like initially went the Czech way, but Turkey with the free kick, and now with possession on the halfway, the path of Hašek out towards the right hand side. It's fired. 9 minutes gone. Czechia 0, Turkey 0 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Ball whipped out towards the possession of Kenan Yildiz, left hand side, 25 yards out, steps in field, looks to slide it through to the penalty area where Gula was making the attempted one, then looks to give the ball back. That's what Kadioglu is going to do here. Raise it across into the possession of Yildiz. Short towards Gula, 25 yards out for goal on the right hand side. Has got runners in front of him, and the first of them is Hašek. Now that is Yilmaz. Back in towards the path of Demiral. That's it on the left hand side, around about 30 yards out from goal. Play forward in towards the possession of Yildiz. Now Hašek through the middle it goes, looking to unleash Guler, but it's not back by the Czechs. Look to break away, turning away, and then a foul. It's going to be a yellow card for Hašek for the foul, where it was Hašek, who's been quite quiet in this game thus far, was looking to turn on the break, and Hašek brought him down to the ground. We've passed the half-hour mark here at the Volkspark Stadion. Czech Republic 0, Turkey 0 in this Group F tie. on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. The ball goes out towards possession. Demiral. Turkish side. This is one back. And this is Yildiz, left hand side towards the edge of the penalty. He's got two Czech bodies up against him. This is Kadioglu. Switching sides out towards the right hand side. Cross goes in, right footed, low drilled by Mulder. Goes back towards Yilmaz. Cross goes in, pulled back from the right hand side, looking to work his way towards Kalanoglu in around the penalty spot. It's cleared away by Tola Suchek for a Turkish corner, which is going to be taken on the right hand side as they attack, as the Czech fans occupy the goal to the left. The goal in Turkey are attacking in this first half, bounce up and down, trying to make their voices heard. It's going to be a corner then to Turkey. It's going to be swinging on the left foot of Gula from the right hand side towards the near post, where it's flicked away at the back stick where Suchek was occupying. It's been swung back in again. Mulder plays out towards Gula, right hand side, edge of the penalty area. Overlapping runner fires the ball in, and that overlapping runner was Ismail Yukshek. The ball's going to go out of play for another corner for Turkey on this right hand side. 32 minutes gone. Gula's corner towards the near stick. It's flicked away by Shittik. Right out towards the left hand side, looking to find its way in towards Kenan Yil match from Mulder. The ball's going to trickle out of play, and it's going to be thrown to the Czech Republic in the middle of their own half. Kuf had to take on the right hand side. 33 minutes played, and it's coming in goalless between Czechs and Turkey here, which, as things stand in this group, it would mean, as far as the Czechs are concerned, they would virtually be out of the competition. Well, they would be out. Georgia would move into the last 16, but this is Yilmaz here to further compound it for the Czechs. Fires the ball through, looking to find Gula in the penalty area. You have three Czech players up against him. They haven't fully cleared the ball away here. Kufal under pressure inside his own penalty area, fired away in the end by Holles. It's going to be picked up on the halfway, but the ball is going to be fired out as Lucas Podvod finds himself down on deck. So this is the group situation. Portugal 6 points, Turkey 4 points -1, Georgia 4 points -1, but Turkey would get the jump on Georgia because of the head-to-head result between the pair. And the Czech Republic will be out last in the table, 2 points to their name. And what it would also mean in terms of the standings of the third place side is there's a yellow card for Patrick Schick, who's not on the pitch as of yet, maybe later, but has picked up a yellow card for some demonstrations in the dugout. That was for some kind of aggressive gesture. I don't know whether it was aimed at the fourth official, but his manager, even Hašek, was trying to apologise for that. Meanwhile, there's an opportunity for the players to take a cooling break as we get towards the end of this first half. As a matter of fact, that yellow card for Patrick Schick is a little bit silly, because he was booked in first game against Portugal, and so he will now face a suspension if the Czechs make it through to the last 16. This is Gula for Turkey. Everybody keeping themselves back as far as the Czechs are concerned. Each of the 10 men of them. This is Kalanoglu, goes back into his possession of Demiral, flying in towards Kadioglu, left hand side, around about 25 yards out from goal. This is Yildiz, steps infield, gets a better Sul foul. Right away by Yukshek, and in towards the possession of Akayidin. Now Mulder gets the better of Juasek, and now Yilmaz will play it back in towards Mulder's path. Gula fires it out in towards the possession of Demiral. This is Kadioglu, left hand side, edge of the box, chips the ball in towards the near stick, chested down and played back in towards the path of Yildiz. Edge of the area against Bedoku foul. Notice a step on the inside of him, and then runs out of a bit of space as he looked to make a dive run in towards the near post. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Meanwhile, Yildiz and Robin Hašek having a bit of a get together, and Hašek down on the floor and in some considerable pain. In the meantime, Kenan Yildiz has been booked for Turkey. He's been asked to come back over by the referee because that yellow card hasn't fully been signed to him yet, and the referee wanted to have a chat with him about it. For a second, when he went to the back pocket, I thought he may be going for worse than that. He gave the yellow card. Lovely ball over the top by Gadioglu. He's been good in this first half. Just down by Hašek, played back in towards Yildiz's path. We could have had a bit of a get together, and then Yildiz then stamps with his stud into the side of the right leg of Robin Hašek. No wonder he's in considerable pain towards the goal to the left of us. 27 minutes gone here at the Park Stadion. It's the Czechs 0, Turkey 0 here in this Euro 2024 Group F tie from the Park Stadion in Hamburg, home of the Europa League final, the first Europa League final back in 2010 when a Forlan goal for Atletico Madrid thought they'd get the better of Fulham in extra time by 2-1. There's another bowling contention at halfway, and it's Kenan Yildiz involved in the action again, and Thomas Soufal, man, is brought down, who's clutching his head. Yildiz trying to plead his innocence and trying to get as far away from the referee as possible. Literally only been booked a couple of seconds earlier, and the last thing Turkey can do is let that man advantage slide. This is a game where in the heat of furnace conditions is just beginning to boil over as opposed to boil up. It hasn't been a high quality first half contest, it has to be said. Perhaps appropriate Turkish coaching staff to make sure that Yildiz gets a massive bottle of water as he goes found the face of his left elbow. He's a man very much living on the edge, is Kenan Yildiz, and Vladimir Soufal isn't happy about the fact that it hasn't been levelled up in terms of the red card count. Yildiz can perhaps count himself lucky. He's still on the field of play. Even Hašek with his arms stretched out again, and let's go to start with a Czechia throw on the right hand side on the halfway. It's going to be taken by Thomas Holles with Vladimir Soufal on the sideline awaiting instruction to back on. It's going to be fired back by Lukas Profod in towards the path of Jelic Stanic. Means that the Czechs are currently playing with 9 at the moment in time. Soufal comes back onto the field of play. He's contested on the half. This one by the Czechs, chested down by Hašek. It's going to be regathered by Turkey, but not before foul by Ismail Yüksek. So it's going to be a kick to Czech Republic just forward of the halfway line, down the centre, as we approach the final 5 minutes of this first half. Czech Republic 0, Turkey 0. I'll tell you what it means to this Group F shortly. Arsenal's free kick, which is going to be taken by Lukas Profod, but again, Svan Kovac is just having to sort out a couple of scuffles, and it's Soufal who finds himself in the rules again. Under 5 minutes this first half, the Czechs have a free kick. It's Profod over it, down the centre, around about 40 yards out from goal. Floated in towards the back stick, where it's flicked on towards the penalty spot, but it's a foul in there by Thomas Souček, who conceded the free kick. Occasion between himself and Moldy. Well, this is how things currently stand in the group. Remember, Georgia leading Portugal in the other game in this group, and so as far as the standings are points. Portugal top the group with 6 points plus 3 goals difference. Turkey 4 points minus 1 in second. Georgia 4 points minus 1 in third. The reason Turkey would get the jump on Georgia is because of their head-to-head record in the group. Turkey beating Georgia by 3 goals to 1 in an exhilarating game in Dortmund on match day 1. Right here, Yilmaz going out towards the right-hand side, towards the edge of the penalty area. Mulder possession. Gula wants to have a touch of the ball. I'll tell you as well how this impacts England in a second. This is Kadioglu in possession, left-hand side towards the edge of the area, looking to step infield, play back in towards the path for Ozcan. This is Mulder, right-hand side towards the edge of the box, short towards Gula, stepping inside the penalty area now. Turkey cleared away before finding Suchek, who will then play it towards Jurasek, who will fire it away. Ball played loose on the far side in the middle of the Czechia half. Turkey will gather it, but will gather it with their goalkeeper Gunek. So the rules were England will play the Netherlands if Hungary's tally better third in Group F. England plays the back here with third in Group F, higher up than Hungary in the league standings. Well, I can tell you that as we stand in those third place standings, that would be Slovakia that England will face, because Georgia would be above Hungary in those standings. Incredibly. So that's how that one works out, as Kalinoglu has an effort goal which goes over the bar as we approach the final 2 minutes of this first half. Czechia 0, Turkey 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Don't forget, we will be back with the last 16 on Saturday. 2 live matches for you: Switzerland against Italy, by Germany against Denmark, 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock kickoffs there, and we'll have both of them live on the Score Live audio commentary service. Turkey themselves a foul after Vladimir Sufal down Ishmael Yuksek on the halfway. Now had a couple of them, and he's just getting a earful from Istvan Kovacs, the Romanian referee. Probably one more away from a yellow card, which would see him out of any potential Czech last 16 game. In fact, if they do get through tonight, they'll be without Kufal and Schick in the last 16. Well, Turkey dominates the game in terms of possession, 62% compared to 38%, but the Czechs have 2 shots on target. But that could change here. Kadioglu can get the cross in on the left-hand side from inside the area, cleared away by the Czechs, but coming again on the left-hand side, goes back into the path of Kalinoglu, who's happy again to do the dirty work from outside the penalty area. This is Mulder, given away by the Czechs, who now look to break their way forward. This is Hašek on the halfway, driving down the centre. He's got options out towards the left-hand side, into the penalty area. Low drilled effort by Nojmir Šitik, which is parried away by Gunek in the Turkish goal. It's going to be Jurasek to take the throw in for the Czech Republic on the left-hand side. Final 30 seconds or so to go in this first half. Czechia 0, Turkey 0. Throw taken short towards the possession of Šitik at the near post. The ball will trickle out of play. Last touch coming off of a Turkish body, and it will be a corner to the Czechs on the left-hand side. It's going to be Jurasek to take, which will probably end up being a last chance in the first half, possibly for him. We enter stoppage time at the end of the first half, and there's going to be 3 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Czechia with this corner on the left-hand side. It's going to be swinging on the left foot of David Jurasek towards the penalty spot, looking to fight its way towards Hašek, cleared away by Turkey, picked back up and swung in by Holez towards the penalty spot, into the path of Hašek, headed away by Turkey. We're back in towards danger, and again it's cleared away by the Turkish defence and picked up on the halfway. This is Arda Gula driving now, captured and recovered by Czechs and recovered by Soufal, who will play it back into the path of Stanic, who's being put under pressure by Yildiz. Now the Czechs drive down this left-hand side, looking to launch it forward was Hašek again, who's causing real problems to Turkey down on that left-hand side. A minute and 3 at the end of the first half. Czechia and Turkey in this F clash. So Soufal on the right-hand side, 10 yards inside the Turkish half, goes back into the path of Thomas Holles. Now Stanic in possession for the Czechs, midway through stoppage time at the end of the first half. Czechia 0, Turkey 0. Ball launched forward by the Czech goalkeeper, flicked on towards the edge of the penalty spot. It's cleared away by Kanioglu and now brought down by Yildiz. Possession will go for throw as we have a look at the chance inside the penalty area. I can tell you in the other game between Georgia and Portugal, the half-time whistle has gone. Georgia lead Portugal by a goal to 0. Kelly's goal in the second minute lead between the two sides so far. Turkey would break the deadlock in the final few seconds of his first half. Yilmaz on the right hand side, 5 yards inside the Czech half, plays it towards the path of Demiral. This is Kanioglu, 30 yards out towards the possession of Yildiz, steps in field towards Gula, 25 yards from goal. Kanioglu on the left hand side, moves it in towards the centre. Now Demiral again, switching it out towards the right-hand side. This is Akayidin now towards Yilmaz. Towards Mulder, right-hand side, edge of the penalty area. Switched out by Akayidin in towards the possession of Kanioglu. 25 yards out, left-hand side. Want to get the crossing initially, but instead had to play it out towards Goulet. Edge of the penalty, at least it's one with his right foot, which goes over the bar from the edge of the penalty area, and that will probably end up being the final action of the first half as a Czech fan with a megaphone takes the ball and shouts all about it. But that will be the final action of what has been at times a tepid yet ill-tempered first half between Turkey and Czechia. The point enough for Turkey to make their way through, whilst for the Czechs, if they're to progress to the knockout stages, they are going to have to goal in the second half. It hasn't been an entertaining opening period. Czechs of course down to 10. Anthony Barak sent off. the second half, making a change at half-time. Sadek Ozcan being replaced by Kan Ayan for the final 45 minutes here. Turkey getting us underway, attacking the right to left of us in this second period. The team lineups as follows. Turkey going to get goal Mulder, Akaydin, Demiral Karaoglu, and quickly this is Yilmaz. It's on the penalty on the right hand side, cleared away by the Czechs in the air, and a play for throw-in. And just as quickly as the half got started, just as quickly as Turkey moved their way forward. They had sniffs, they had chances in the first half, just putting every single man behind the ball, down to 10 of course. Ball switched in towards the penalty area, in towards the back stick, where Yilmaz is there, has a header at the near post, parried away by Stanic in the Czech Republic goal. And twice within the space of the opening minute of the second half, Barış Yilmaz has had an opportunity to give Turkey the lead, and they continue to knock at the Czech door. Ball down the centre, goes out in towards the possession of Yildiz. Now Yilmaz, of course, goes in, fired in towards the near post, looking to find Karaoglu. The ball's going to go out for a corner on the right-hand side. It was in the end headed away by Leszek Klecki. It's going to be taken by Karaoglu, who's going to have the option of Yilmaz sorts. It's on the right-hand side as Turkey attack. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinging delivery. A minute and a half of this second half gone. Czechia 0, Turkey 0 here on the Fast Score Live audio commentary service. Corner fired into the near post. Flicked away. Effort on the loose second ball by Kenyan Yildiz, who volleyed it on his right boot. Just couldn't quite get a clean connection to the ball. It's almost more of a scissor kick than anything else, which goes about 3 or 4 yards wide of the target. 2 minutes of this second half gone, and Turkey with 3 opportunities, really knocking at the door of the Czechia goal. And it means that if Turkey do score, then it means that Georgia would have to hold on for that result against Portugal in the other game, where they lead by a goal to 0. They're also underway. Identical kick-off times for both matches as per the rules in the last game of the competition. Turkey, who are one of the best keepers of the ball in the game in this tournament. They've had more of a lion's share possession than the likes of France, Italy and Spain in this competition. 57% of the ball they've had. Only Belgium, Portugal, England, Belgium and Denmark have had more of the ball than them in games. They're dominating the possession stats here as well. And ball will go out in towards the path of Yilmaz, around about 25 yards out of goal, makes a run on the right hand side, goes out towards the near touchline in towards Mulder. This is Ardagula, played short and fires way in towards the possession of Kenyan Yildiz. The ball cleared away by the Czechs and cleared away by Ozmir Shitik, and it's going to call out for a throw in to Turkey on the right hand side. Forward again. It's going to be yellow cards here for Ismail Yuksek for foul on Lucas Prodvod on the halfway. The ball was just breaking away for the Czechs just beyond the halfway, and Yuksek very much animated as the yellow card is dished out to him. And that part in the central midfield, that's the yellow card Turkey can afford to give away. They do have that man advantage, of course. They don't want to lose it courtesy of somebody in midfield giving out a rash challenge and potentially on the counter attack or something like that. It's the Czechs that have possession inside their own half, goes all the way back towards Jindřich Stanic between the sticks, launches it forward, right foot out towards the right hand side where it's flicked on by Vladimir Sufal, brought down again, and it's going to be hooked clear by Turkey towards the edge of their penalty area. It's an evident goal by the Czechs, which takes a deflection. It was Flojek with the opportunity, struck it well on his left foot, took a deflection before then finding Gunnak in the Turkish goal. 5 minutes of this second half gone. It's the Czech Republic 0, Turkey 0 here in Group F of Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Now, the expectations in Turkey is that there's a belief that this is the beginning of a brand new golden generation. Expectations have been high, but in that first performance against Georgia, it really was a poor one against Portugal. The catastrophic goal perhaps to signify that, but they move forward again here. Yilmaz right hand side edge of the pen, hooks it back towards the penalty spot, where there's an effort here, and it's Yildiz who had the strike, got his right foot cleared away. Second chance comes in, it goes out and into the back of the net, and it is Hakan Çalhanoğlu who gives Turkey the lead. The ball broke to him inside the penalty area, round about 12 yards out in space, side foots it on his right foot in towards the bottom right hand corner, and Turkey find their way in front. 51 minutes on the clock, and it is the skipper that leads by example, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who takes the acclaim as the players head towards their support base. And that could well be the goal that rubber stamps Turkey's place in the last 16. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. With his 19th goal for his country. Initially it was Yildiz with the effort, it was half cleared away by the Czechs, and then the ball broke out from Hašek in towards the path of Çalhanoğlu, who strikes it first time on his right foot in towards the bottom right hand corner. Thomas Soles couldn't quite get back quick enough, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu gives Turkey the lead. Whereas the breakthrough that this game is needed, a match that's been marred more by contentious incidents than it has been quality. Ismail Hašek nearly got himself his second yellow card for diving into the crowd there. But I mentioned the large swathes of Turkey support that are at the Volk Park Stadium this evening. Well, they have just gone mad. It's their captain that's led by example, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, giving them the lead against the Czech Republic by a goal to 0. And it looks like Jindřich Stanic may have done himself a disservice as well, trying to keep the effort out. He's clutching his shoulder and he looks in some severe discomfort. Kovar will be probably the most likely replacement for Stanic if there was to be a substitution. They'll go for bad words for the Czechs when they're a goal down. They're now down to 10 men, and their goalkeeper could be on the cusp of coming off. If it doesn't rain, then it ends up pouring, doesn't it? Well, it just gives us a chance to remind you what's coming up across Flash Score. Copa America will continue tomorrow night with us. Panama up against the United States from 11 o'clock before Paraguay take on Brazil on the 29th of June at 2 a.m. And then on Saturday, the last 16 gets underway. Switzerland against Italy from 5. Germany against Denmark from 8. And then we'll have the final round of fixtures with Canada taking on Chile and Argentina against Peru in Copa America later on that evening. There's going to be a triple change here. The Czech Republic, and Jindřich Stanic's night's going to come to an end. Matej Kovar is going to come on to replace him. The other two substitutions for Czechs see Thomas Chori and Jan Kuča come on for what remains. It's going to be Adam Vosek who's going to make way for Thomas Chori. And then Rozmir Šitik is going to depart, and allow Jan Kuča to come on and try and make an impact for the Czechs with 25 minutes of this game remaining. 10 minutes second half gone, and Turkish fans putting on a light show in the Volks Park Stadium with the torches of their phones, their smartphones, waving up and down in the air. It's something they've been doing throughout the course of the tournament. They did so in their game against Georgia on match day 1. The ball's broken here towards Yilmaz, who looked to thread it forward in towards the path of Yildiz. It's cleared away by Czechs, only as far as Gunuk in the Turkish goal. So Hakan Çalhanoğlu's goal in the 51st minute. The difference between these two sides, it's Czechia 0, Turkey 1. Remember, Czechia down to 10 men following Anthony Barrett being sent off for 2 bookable offences inside the first 20 minutes of this contest. And ever since then, the Czechs have been playing with their backs against the wall. That's quite possibly now checkmate for them. Ball flicked on in towards the path of the goalkeeper. Now, I did tell you there was another game in this group, and I can tell you that Georgia have found a second against Portugal. From the penalty spot, it's Georgia's Mikashede who has given Georgia a 2-0 lead against Portugal. An incredible result elsewhere in Group F this evening. As Arda Güler was down to the ground, being brought down by Tomáš Souček, who's been involved in the wars 1 or 2 times this evening, and our temper's really beginning to boil over. Now, Souček has had a couple of fouls this evening. The referee, Izan Kovac, having a strong word of him, and I think under no certain circumstances that is his final warning, and that was dished out rather abruptly by the Romanian referee. In fact, it's a Czech free kick. It was a bit of a 50-50. Souček got a little bit irate about it. This is Sue foul, right hand side against Çalhanoğlu. Cross goes in towards the back stick. It nearly fell loosely towards Chori. Turkey do manage to clear their lines, and it's going to go out. In fact, it's going to be a free kick following a foul by Tomáš Chori himself, and having a moment. We're actually having a look at the penalty at our feed. Mikashede slotting it home, right footed for the side foot in towards the bottom right hand corner, and Georgia leading Portugal by 2-0, and so as far as the standings are concerned, Portugal's down 6 points. Turkey would be on 6 points, but with a worse off goal difference. They look to move their way forwards here, but the ball's straight in the possession of Kovar. His first touch of the ball, the Bayer Leverkusen goalkeeper cycles it out quickly out towards the right hand side, snuffed out by Turkey, but out of play will go for a throw, and it's a concerned look on the face of Ivan Hašek, the Czech Republic manager. They look like they're now half an hour away from elimination, and particularly with the scoreline as it is between Georgia and Portugal. It's the worst possible evening for them. We will try and get you an update on the permutations as far as the third place table is concerned. There's quirks of fate where we get a live update for every table. We haven't got one for the live third place table as yet. Ball fired into the penalty area for the Czech Republic. And then concede a foul, another one of them. And it is Tomáš Chori who does exactly that. Well, just going to have a double check as to how the live third place table would look. Now, as it stands, Georgia would actually top that table ahead of the Netherlands. Now, trying to work out how that goes in terms of the draw. Obviously England interested spectators, but officially it was the Netherlands they were going to face. So how it would work in terms of the permutations for England, they will play the Netherlands if Hungary's tally betters third in Group F. England will place the Slovakia if third in Group F better Hungary's tally. Well, team in Group F, Georgia, are now actually top of that particular table, incredibly. Anyway, here comes Turkey driving forward with Çalhanoğlu down the left hand side, moves in field to the centre. This is Arda Güler around about 30 yards out from goal. The hour marks past, 1-0 Turkey lead, looking for a second. This is Mulder, right hand side, edge of the box. Cross goes in, right footed in towards the near post. Flicked out of play at the near stick by Klecki for a Turkish corner on the right hand side. Patrick Schick watching on, nursing an injury. Not a happy camper. It's going to be Gula to take the corner. He's going to swing it in left footed on the right hand side. In fact, it's going to be a short one in towards the possession of Yilmaz. Steps in field towards Gula, steps inside, chips it in towards the penalty spot, headed away by the Czechs. Goes out in towards the possession of Kadioglu, who will in turn push it back in towards the possession of Gunuk in the Turkish goal, who fires it forward, but he's going to fire it from one keeper to the other. Going down to the ground. It's going to be a kick. A clash of heads between himself and Samet Akiedin towards the edge of the penalty area. Both just kind of clattered into one another. There was nothing really ill-tempered about it. What it has done, though, is given Czechs a free kick towards the edge of the penalty area, just off centre towards the left-hand side. 61.5 minutes gone here. Czechia 0, Turkey 1 in this final game of Group F at UEFA Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Reminder, we will have every knockout game here. As things standing, it would actually get Slovakia because of the result involving Georgia and Portugal, is what we're being told. We'll update you on that more as we get it. Still a substitute play for the injury. Also, just a reminder that the Premier League will be back live with you next season on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. We kickstart with Manchester United up against Fulham from Old Trafford on August the 16th. All 380 games live. Commentary available on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Meanwhile, Luke Czechs' evening is going to come to an end, and he's going to be replaced by Okay Yakushlu. His 41st appearance for his country, West Bromwich champion, defensive midfielder. He has just over 25 minutes to seal the job for Turkey. Czech Republic free kick, though. It's going to be swung in towards the back stick by Provon, then flicked on and cleared away by Gunuk in the Turkish goal. And then evaded by Khan Aryan, but the throw-in taken quickly by the Czechs. Jetted down first time by Chori. It was a heavy touch. The ball's going to trickle out of play for a goal kick. 63.5 minutes on the clock. Czech Republic 0, Turkey 1 the score here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Yeah, a bit of hot potato by Gunuk by meeting the middle of the back post. Eventually cleared away by Oke Yakushlu. It's going to be a yellow card for the Turkish goalkeeper. Time waiting, which probably wasn't the ideal play that they wanted with 25 minutes, well, just over 25 minutes still to go in the 64th minute. Turkey leading 1-0. Trying forward is Yilmaz on the right hand side. In towards the area he goes, cuts it back to the back stick, in towards the Barbagula, who only needed a touch to bury it home. He couldn't quite get his footing correct. The Czechs clear it away, and now we're at the other end with Chori, right hand side, 10 yards inside the Turkish half. Moves himself clear of Kadioglu, then goes down but wins a throw-in. Last touch coming off of Yakushlu. And the Czech with a perhaps second win in this contest. They've had a couple of openings and chances in the last couple of minutes as we approach the final 25 minutes of this contest. It's Czechia 0, Turkey 1. here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Going to be fired in from distance on this right hand side. Like a Yidin being spoken to by the referee. It's going to be Soufal to take it from about 30 yards out. A long throw which is flicked on and still loose towards the back stick and fired in by Chori, and into the back of the net it goes. It rebounds in towards the path of Thomas Souček, and the Czechs are back level with 25 minutes to play. It's the captain that leads by example. It's Thomas Souček. Turkey appealed for the foul on the goalkeeper. It was pinballed around the penalty area and eventually converted from close range by Thomas Souček. And the Czech Republic are back level. 1-1. Well, it was a long throw from Soufal, flicked on in towards the path of Chori, who was up against the goalkeeper. The keeper couldn't quite handle it. Chori had an effort which was blocked on the line before then falling towards Thomas Souček from around about 2-3 yards out. Bungles it home, side footed, right foot, first time, in towards the roof of the net. Turkey appeal for the foul of the goalkeeper. Thomas Souček spins around in celebration, and the smattering of Czech fans behind the goal to the left are very happy campers. However, it is being checked by VAR, perhaps not a surprise. And I feel like this could be one of the lengthier checks of this tournament. Souček wondering why there is such a check for the goal. Big moment this for both countries. The Czechs, who are down to 10, are given 20 minutes to find the 3 points that they would need to give themselves the best chance of making it through to the last 16. The check is over. The goal is given, and now there's a protest on the Turkish bench, which is going to see the substitute goalkeeper Nurgian Kachir get booked, as well as a couple of members of the Turkish coaching staff. But the B in the end of it is a Czech goal, and the Czech fans go crazy behind the goal to the left of us. Well, it was initially spilled by the goalkeeper, found its way towards Chori, and then in the end fired home, poked home by Thomas Souček. 1-1. Game on in Hamburg once again, with little over 20 minutes remaining. Czech Republic 1, Turkey 1 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Fired back in towards the path of Gunnar, who's also on a yellow card for time wasting. Could be one back by the Czechs in the halfway. And one thing you have to say is the character of this Czech side. Actually, I think one of the biggest compliments you could pay is the fact that you haven't really seen their man disadvantage in this particular contest. All 5 forward to beyond the halfway, flicked on the right hand side towards the into the penalty area. It's going to be cleared away by Melin Demiral, and it's going to invite more Czech pressure from the throw. It's going to be thrown in long again by Soufal. This is how Czechs found their equaliser. A little over 20 minutes to play. Right hand side from closer range this time. Jason at the edge of the box, flicked onto the back stick, towards the back stick. It falls loose towards Kutcher, who tried to get an effort away, but there was a foul in there somewhere around the penalty area, and it's going to be a free kick to Turkey. 69.5 minutes gone. Czechia 1, Turkey 1. And Turkey move their way forward. Karaoke on the left hand side, driving beyond the halfway. Now driving right at the heart of the Czech defence. Moves infield with around about 25 yards to go to goal. They need to play it out in towards the penalty area, into the path of Yildiz. Half cleared by Czechia. Turkey gather it on the halfway. It's over 20 minutes to go. Czechia 1, Turkey 1. This is Mulder looking to slip through Ada Gula on the right hand side. Gula making an underlapping run in towards the penalty area, but it's going to be a comfortable catch for Teškova in the Czech Republic goal. Reminder, the other game in this group, it is Georgia 2, Portugal 0, with just under 20 minutes to play in that one in Group F. You can listen to that game actually elsewhere on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service this evening. 20 minutes to go here as well. Czechia 1, Turkey 1 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. The Czechs reduced to 10 men midway through the first half. Anthony Barak given his marching orders for 2 yellow cards. And then the Turkey breakthrough, 51 minutes in Hašek, Kalinoglu converting on a loose ball from inside the penalty area. Then a few moments ago, Thomas Souček scoring for the Czechs with a from close range. In fact, both of the goal scorers this evening are both the captains, leading by example on a night where those examples need to be exemplified. Ball launched forward by Turkey out towards the left hand side. It's going to be cleared away. It's going to be Hranek who moves out towards the right hand side, now driving at the Turkish defence. It's going to be gathered and picked up by Kadioglu, who's being under pressure by Hranek, who wins it back, not for seeing a foul on Kadioglu. It's going to be a Turkey free kick. 21.5 minutes gone. Czechia 1, Turkey 1 the score. So possession goes back towards Gulik in the Turkish goal, out and towards the path of Aka Yedin on the right hand side, towards the halfway. Yilmaz in possession, loading it out towards the left hand side, in towards the penalty area it goes, in towards the path of Yildiz, who had an effort on goal on his left foot. Takes the deflection and a play for a corner. Made a great one on the left hand side, was found beautifully by Boris Yilmaz. Running it, Vladimir Soufal sits inside, slaloms his way past him, then had an effort on his left foot which goes out for a corner. It's going to be taken on the left hand side. It's going to be Gula to take. He's going to swing it in on his left foot. 72.5 minutes gone. Czechia 1, Turkey 1, in towards the near post, looking to find Yilmaz, cleared away by Soufal. Has 2 white shirts up against him, one back by Gula, fires it across goal, but it's held by Kovar at the near stick. He clears it away first time, out towards the left hand side, 10 yards inside the Czechia half, who are looking to make their final couple of changes. It looks like Turkey want to make a couple more themselves as well. And they move forward here to the Czechs. It's a heavy touch though by Jurasek, who looked like he was in a great position on the left hand side. Heavy touch as the ball go out of play. It's going to be a goal kick, and these raft of substitutions now look like they're going to be about to be made for Turkey. They're going to bring on Tosun and Kerem Aktürkoğlu rise for the Czechs. They're going to make a couple of changes themselves. Well, both teams are actually in sense. They both want to make the change now, but the referee isn't going to let them do so. Czechs with possession on the halfway, out on the right hand side, recaptured by Turkey. Gula switching it out in towards the path of Yilmaz on the right hand side, 25 yards out for goal, but it's a heavy pass from Krečki, who does well to keep it in play, but he's under real pressure by Yilmaz, who nearly got there, but the Czech defender recovers from his own mistake, clears it towards the halfway with the ball to be flicked out of play by Yedin, and these raft of changes are going to be made. The Czech change sees Lucas Podvod come off, and coming on in his place is going to be Ondrej Linger. While for Turkey, the evening of Anagula looks set to come to an end, and he's going to be replaced by Cenk Tosun, Anthony Barak Played by Kerim Akutoglu. An hour to go, these subs being made for both sides. Now both teams have made 4 of their 5 allotted substitutions now. One more left in one more window. Ball goes out into his possession of Yilmaz, driving down the right hand side, has 2 red shirts in front of him towards the halfway in towards Kalanoglu. This is Akayidin now towards Kadioglu. Turkey just happy to play it around just inside the Czech half, 5 yards inside. The ball goes out into his possession of Mulder on the right hand side. This is Yilmaz. Mulder making the overlapping one on the right hand side. Played in field towards Mulder on the right hand side after the initial pass. And now Kalanoglu in possession. This is Mulder. Kalanoglu one more time. Well, this result's enough for Turkey. They don't need any shenanigans right now, with results going their way elsewhere. Before they won themselves a free kick, the Czechs will come away with possession. Out towards the right hand side it goes, on the halfway, turning is Chori. This should ball out from right to left in towards the possession of Jurasek. Heavy first touch on his left foot, but does recover well, then loses out towards Mulder, who in turn will concede a Czech corner on the left hand side. 13 minutes plus stoppage time to go. The Czech Republic 1, Turkey 1 here in Group F of Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Beer cups being flown at Vladimir Soufal. Stuart is trying to intervene with that. Now that's not on. There's about 3 or 4 beer cups being thrown at the Czech player. One hitting his head. The corner's going to come in left side, right footed towards the back stick, comfortably held by Gunnak in the end, who thought about launching it quickly. Took a second for then playing it out in towards the possession of Kenan Yildiz, but it's going to go straight into the arms of Matej Kovar on the other side. Ball launched quickly from one penalty area to the other. It's going to go straight out of play, failing to find its way towards Jan Kuchka. That's going to be a goal kick, which is going to be taken by Mo Gunnak. 12 minutes of normal time plus stoppage time left to play. Czechia 1, Turkey 1. The score here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. The Czechs playing with 10 men for the best part of an hour now, and they're looking to move their way in front for the first time in the contest. They're growing in the game. Jurasek cross goes in towards the back stick. It's crossed in around about 35 yards out on his left foot, headed away at the near post by Merin Demiral. It's going to be a throw into the Czech Republic on the left hand side, around about 25 yards out for goal. Jurasek to take it. Swung in towards the penalty spot. Flicked away by the first Turkish man. Now Jurasek with a second bite of the cherry. Cross goes in right footed. Cleared away by the first Turkish defender. Picked up on the halfway by Holle. Switching it out to the right hand side. Edge of the box. Ball floated in towards the box before then being cleared away by Kadioglu. Thought it was going to break for Turkey, but it's going to go all the way back towards Matej Kovar between the sticks, who will launch it forward first time, right footed, flicked on. Now they look to drive again in towards the penalty area. It goes with Linger. Jurasek pulls it back, nearly found Linger a second time, around about 6 yards out. It's cleared away by Turkey, who now look to get the break. Yilmaz being brought down by Korechki, but no found the eyes of the referee. Cross goes in by Jurasek towards the back stick. It's going to fall back in towards the path of Kucha. Now fired in again towards the back stick, flicked on by Linger. Out of play it goes. He appeals for the corner, but he's not going to get his decision, and it's going to be a yellow card here for Mulder. having one argument too many with the referee. It definitely wasn't for a foul, so he must have had a word with the referee. Remember, if anyone gets close to the referee, apart from the captain, as per the rules, it's automatic yellow card. Meanwhile, the Czechs are going to make their final change, and it's going to see Matej Jurisic come on. And it's going to be in place of Jurisic, who's had a very good evening. Interesting final substitution that for the Czech Republic, made with 10 minutes of this game left to go. They were at 1-1 with Turkey despite being down to 10 men. So David Jurisic replaced by Matej Jurisic. No relation. Ball goes back in towards Matej Kovar, who came on in the 54th minute from an injury to Stanic after conceding the opening goal of the game, scored by Hakan Çalhanoğlu of Turkey. Now both sides really looking to go for it in the last 10 minutes. Ball breaks inside the penalty area here. The ball's bundled into the back of the net by Jan Kučer, but the foul in the build-up by him means that it's going to be chalked out. It was Ferdi Karaoglu that he brought down towards the edge of the penalty area. It was then a slip by Holed, which allowed Kučer through on goal. The whistle blew before he bundled the ball in towards the back of the net. It was a good finish past Mert Günok in the Turkish goal, but it's a goal that's not going to count. Of course, because the play stopped before he put the ball in the back of the net, VAR cannot look or intervene in the play. Well, the overall stats in the game: possession 62% Turkey compared to 38% to the Czechs. Overall attempt 6-3 on target in favour of the Czechs as well. They've grown into this second half, where the first period it felt like a Turkish delight. It felt like it was going to be checkmate, but Czech Republic still 8 minutes away from elimination. They need to find a winner here, and there's more desperation for them to get the 3 points than it is Turkey, because pretty much as long as they get something from this game, they will pretty much be through. And if it stays this way, England will play Slovakia in the last 16 on Sunday night at 5 o'clock, and you can listen to that game here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. In towards the possession of Aka Yedin for Turkey, goes out towards the path of Mulder, right hand side on the halfway, switching it out towards the left hand flank, inside their own half now. The Turkish players have possession, goes back towards Günok between the sticks, launching it forward, direct ball in towards the penalty area, looking to fire its way in towards the path of Cenk Tosun, but it's going to be a comfortable take for Matej Kovar in the Czech Republic goal, who fires it out first time towards the left hand side, and on that channel it went, looking to unleash the run of Thomas Chori, the Wolfsburg man. 3.5 minutes gone, Czechia 1, Turkey 1. There's going to be another yellow card for somebody on the Czech bench. Remember, in fact the third goalkeeper on the Czech bench is going to get booked. Vladislav Jaros, and I think somebody else is going to get a talking to as well. I'm not quite sure who, because the referee looks as if he's just going up and down the line and giving out yellow cards left, right and centre. And in fact there's going to be one more yellow card for a Czech player on the bench, and that is to Lucas Selv. A little bit of a self-destruction act now. Well, it's because actually one of the Czech players went to retrieve the ball on about 5 and then it came out of that dugout. The ball recovered by the Czech Republic from the Turkey throw. They thought the throw went their way. They want a free kick to go their way, and they are going to get that. And there's going to be a yellow card for Sami Aka Yedin, which crucially means that if should Turkey go through, which looks like they are now. No, it's not Aka Yedin, my apologies. That's Kozlu who's got the yellow card. It's going to be Free kick to the Czech Republic, which is going to be taken by Thomas Holles. 5 minutes to go, 1-1 in this game at the Volkspark Stadion. Whipped in on his right foot towards the back stick, looking to be flicked on by Thomas Chorley, but out of play will go for that goal kick. In fact, it was Samet Akayidin that got the yellow card. My apologies, my eyes did deceive me first time around. It's because they cut to Kojlu, where I thought that might have been why they cut to him. That's my bad. So yeah, he will miss their last 16 game for Turkey at the weekend. And Turkey look as if they're going to make their final change to shore things up. It's going to be Orkan Koçu, who we thought was going to be out of this game. He has been nursing an ankle injury. He's going to come on for the final 4 minutes plus stoppage time. They have the ball now with Akoglu inside the penalty area. Slams his way round, play back towards the edge of the penalty, fired in by Tosun. First time effort on his right foot goes wide, a goal. It's a decent effort, wrapped around his right foot, slice shot over the bar. It went though. 86.5 minutes gone. It's Czechia 1, Turkey 1, and that substitution is going to be made, and it's going to be Hakan Çalhanoğlu who's going to be withdrawn to see this result out. Orkan Koçu coming on for the final few minutes. It's a great sight for the Turkish fans to see him back in the fold. Final 3 minutes, Turkey have possession, straight to his path, flicked over the top, into the path of Yilmaz. Right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area, steps in field, looking to get the cross in, plays it back towards the edge of the box. This is Tosun. Out towards the right hand side and in towards the possession of Kojlu. Ball slipped in towards the penalty area, towards the near post, in towards the path of Tosun, but it's cleared away by the Czech Republic, who are searching for a winner themselves. They need to find a winner to keep any chances alive, but they're going to concede a free kick here. It's another foul by Thomas Souček, of which the tally continues to go up. In fact, so Stanic is back in the dugout, but wearing a cast on his right arm, so confirming what looked like a dislocated shoulder. Means if the Czechs do find a late winner, he won't be playing a part in their last 16 tie, that's for sure. Yilmaz in towards the possession of Mulder. Play back in towards the path of Akayidin. This is Çalhanoğlu, the left back. Play back in towards the path of Gunnar between the sticks. Fired forward first time. Turkey looking to find a late winner here, but it's a case of Koglu up against three Czech players, and it's going to be flicked back by Robin Hranak straight into Hendrik Stanic in the Czech goal. Lofted for the first time beyond the halfway in the middle of the Turkish half. The Czech have possession. It's flicked out by Thomas Souček. Now Turkey have it on the halfway. This is Yilmaz. And now played through in towards the path of Tosun. He has supports in way of Kaan Ayhan, but there's a heavy pass by Tosun in towards his path, and the ball's going to head out of play for a Czech goal kick. A minute of normal time here left to play. Goal kick taken quickly by Stanic out towards the right hand side. A reminder elsewhere in this group, Georgia leading Portugal by 2-0. Czechs with possession on the right hand side, goes back 5 yards and then fired out towards Matej Jurisic. He's got Yilmaz for company. The cross goes in, low floated on his left foot from the left hand side, about 25 yards out. Cleared away by Turkey, only as far as the halfway, where Thomas Chorley finds himself in possession. We enter the final minutes of normal time. In fact, we're about to enter stoppage time at the end of the 90 here. Cross floated in towards the penalty area, only half cleared. It's going to fall loose into Jurisic. It's going to have an effort from the edge of the D. White footed, took a block off of Akayidin. And the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be another yellow card, this time for Stanislav Krečki for a foul. And there's going to be 6 minutes added on here at the end of the 90. It was Manish Yilmaz who he brought down. 6 minutes added on at the end of the 90 here at the Lux Park Stadion. Czech Republic 1, Turkey 1 the score here on Group F of Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. As Mulder goes down to the ground, he's needing medical attention. That was after incident a couple of moments prior. Reminder, Georgia lead Portugal by 2 goals now. As far as the best third place teams are concerned, Georgia now top it from Netherlands, Slovakia and Slovenia. They will be the 4 teams that go through. And if you're an England fan watching this evening, it will be Slovakia, in which Gareth Southgate's side will face Gelsenkirchen on Sunday afternoon. 5 o'clock the kickoff in that one. And it's going to be live here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary. So as we stand, it is game over for the Czechs. They've got 4.5 minutes to save their European Championship. They need to find a winner. They need to win this game. But the ball's now in the Turkish court. Yilmaz on the right-hand side. Won't be long until they find themselves set for the corner, but they're looking set for a winner here. Yilmaz into the area, opens his left foot up, but it's straight at Kovar in the Czech Republic goal. Who knows he needs to fire it quickly, but wants to fire it accurately. The Czech player went down, but there's no foul in the eye of the referee. Turkey will move forwards here with Akayin on the right hand side, recaptured by the Czechs. Basically turned into a basketball game. Everybody's everywhere right now. There's no set positions, there's no set nothing. This is Jurasek, left hand side, and across the ball he does left foot it. It's a teasing cross in, but just too venomous. And now the play will go for a Turkish goal kick, and that will be delightful for them. So this is how the ranking of the third place sides would work. Georgia, Netherlands, Slovakia and Slovenia would be the 4 third place teams that would make their way through to the last 16. As a matter of fact, Slovenia could head through with 3 points from their group campaign, and Ukraine get knocked out despite having 4 points to their name in the group. Have to feel for them. They put in a good show in this campaign, but not to be. The Czechs have 3 minutes to save any hopes they have of making it through. Ball goes out to the right hand side towards the edge of the box, snuffed out though by Demiral, who will clear it away towards the half, and it's going to be picked up by Quanak in the centre on the halfway, who whacks it forward to the edge of the deep, flicked away by Turkey. Now look to counter themselves. Yilmaz wanting the ball. It goes out in towards the possession of Cenk Tosun, out to the right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area. Tosun sets in field, he's going to have an effort on goal and fire it home for a Turkish winner with a little over 2 minutes of stoppage time to play. More late drama for Turkey against the Czech Republic in a European Championship group stage game. The Czech players fall to the floor. They know they're out now, but Turkey can book their weekend plans because they are going to be heading through to the round of 16 at the expense of the Czech Republic, who are stunned, who are shell-shocked, who can't quite believe what's happened. But for Turkey, they look set now for a place in the last 16 of Euro 2024. It's job done. It's Cenk Tosun, the striker, the number 9, who has said it's fine for a place through to the last 16. It was a cheap giveaway possession, picked up by Arian, and then in towards the possession of Akayidin, who moved his way forward, stretched his way forward, and then the effort by Cenk Tosun on his right foot inside the penalty area, side footed, wraps it round Matek Kovar in the Czech Republic goal. And we're just under a minute of stoppage time left to play. Turkey fire their way in front. Turkey fire their way into the last 16. Well, incredible picture we're seeing here. All the Turkey players, one on top of another. Czech players on their knees on the floor. I can't tell you that it has finished between Georgia and Portugal, and Georgia claimed a famous win. They have beaten Portugal by 2 goals there. It's going to go down as one of the all-time great upsets in European Championship history. It's going to confirm that England will take on Slovakia on Sunday afternoon, and Turkey have confirmed their place. Just a couple more seconds left to fulfill. It's going to be a free kick to Turkey. They've done their job. The Czechs will be heading for home, but Turkey will be staying on a little bit longer. They'll be heading through to the last 16. We played the 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. There may just be a few more seconds added on because of the goal, and they're going to take all the time that they can possibly take over this free kick, which is fired long on the right hand side out towards the left, flicked away by the Czech Republic. It's going to be a Turkey throw. Precious seconds remain. All eyes now on the referee. They could have a third here. Ball by Akanoglu inside the penalty area, looking to find Tosin. He's going to win it back again. He had 2 Czech players up against it. They do manage to come away with it in the end as honest linger for the Czech Republic, but as soon as he looked to fire it forward, Turkey win it back on the halfway. It goes back towards the goalkeeper Gunnar, who's going to launch it long, and probably from here the whistle will fire. Played out in towards the possession of Yildiz, who's been a stalwart on the right hand side for Turkey this evening. Playing along the back line, and still we go on. This is Kadioglu on the left. Back on the halfway it goes once more. Turkey just happy to pass it around now and see this contest through and see this win through. It's just tippy-tappy between the 2 centre-backs right now on this left-hand side. And the whistle goes! There's a fan who's invaded the pitch. It's ugly scenes at the end, but it's Turkish delight. They are into the last 16. There's pushing and shoving at full time. Thomas Souček involved in an altercation. Fans invaded the pitch. The assistant referee has been shoved by Vladimir Soufal. It's all kicking off after the game has finished. The Czech Republic incensed. Turkey are through. There's a massive skirmish out towards the far side. There's about 12 players involved in a melee. The coaching staff involved as well. There's a red card in the middle of it. I can't quite see who to. There was about 5 Czech players up against 5 Turkish players. Souček's been booked. There's been another red card. Anagula's been booked. He's come on the pitch at full time. It's got very feisty indeed. These are sad, sad scenes here at the Vok Park Stadion. Not what we wanted to see. A couple of fans who invaded the pitch as well. Well, it was a game that during the 90 minutes really fired up, and it's boiled over after the full-time whistle has gone. There was a red card in there. I can't quite tell you who to. I believe it's Thomas Churi. He's the one who's been given the red card. That's going to be retrospective because the Czech Republic are out of the competition. Turkey, well, they'll put their place into the last 16 for the first time since making the semi-finals in 2008. And who did they beat in that last group game? The Czech Republic with a last-minute goal. History has repeated itself again here at the Vok Park Stadion in Hamburg. The Czech Republic will head for home. Turkey will head to the last 16. A last-minute goal by Cenk Tosun in the 2nd minute of stoppage time has